Hi there, this is Catherine River Rain, and this is your River Rain Astrology. I hope you'll join me as I take you through metaphors and messages for this month. Peace. Hi there, Scorpio. This is Catherine River Rain, and this is your astrology for the month of December 2013. So, as I walk through my vision for this month, we have a tree-lined forest full of snow, and it's going into a portal shape, which you'll see the image I chose on my website, riverrain.com, on the astrology tab. And I chose that because this month we have very interesting configuration midway through the month. We have two harmonious aspects that are angled somewhat like this, called trines, and they're literally positioned like this in the skies, in the configuration of how they all match and aspect each other. And for me, this really struck me as a gateway to something, or an opening, an opportunity. It felt very hopeful. So we'll have to wait and see how this transpires for people. And as I was asking for guidance of the metaphor for Scorpios, what I saw above the tree line were black, thick cables. At first I wasn't sure what they were for. They could have been hydro wires, or they could be ski cable for the cable cars to carry us up to ski down the hill. And at first it felt like, oh, well, that's too bad. What are these cables doing here? And then of course I realized that they were making a mark on the environment, but they were also not too overbearing on the environment as well. They were there for a useful purpose. And so it made me think about this delicate balance that we all have of leaving our mark on nature, man's power to enhance or disrupt an environment. And of course, when you think of cabling and electricity running through a forest, it implies a lot of engineering and mastery that we've done this without causing constant problems and forest fires, and yet there is an impact with that radiation, electricity on the trees, cutting down the trees, and creating an unnatural landscape for the animals. So I took this as a message for you, Scorpio, to really be aware of your own power in whatever situation you're facing. And you do have a lot of power. You do have a lot of influence. I've not met one Scorpio in my life that didn't have an influential kind of character, even if it comes out as calm, quiet person, or as a more gregarious person. Scorpios make their mark on us. And so this month, what I would suggest, based on this metaphor, is to take a look at the lines of communication, the cables, so to speak, the things joining you to others, and to look at your influence and really acknowledge your true power in situations. And so it also means it's a time when you don't really have to try very hard, that you already have an influence just by being there and by your presence, or by very few words, or by a small action. So it's sort of the difference between hanging a tiny string of Christmas lights versus putting up this massive cable cars. or an entire telephone pole, instead of tapping someone on the shoulder to get your message across. So I hope you really enjoy your holidays. There are some intense energies right around the Christmas date, if you celebrate that. I'd say the 23rd to 26th look pretty intense to me, planetarily, and that could play out in many ways. And once again, you have a very influential role on those around you. And I believe the more that we recognize our true power, the more we are likely to use it in an understated and positive way. So just food for thought, and I really hope you enjoy your holiday season. And if you need any guidance, I'm happy to help you. I'm here at riverrain.com, or you could add me to Facebook if you haven't already, at Clairvoyant Medium Catherine Riverrain, and you'll see what's coming up for next year. Take care.